Hello, hermanos y hermanas. Bienvenidos. So today I wanted to do a video on 3 things that I have learned from talk therapy. I have done talk therapy cumulatively probably for 3 years, but I've done it over the course of 12 years. So it is June 2022, and my first talk therapy session was back in the day in 2010. So yeah, I can maybe go into my history of all of that, but yeah, cumulatively it's been about 3 years altogether. And I was just thinking about, I've grown a lot from being able to talk it out with, these therapists, and I've been very blessed. Blessed to have them in my life, and blessed that I'm happy that I made the choice to go do it too. I mean, it definitely was a stigma. It wasn't like the norm for my friends or my family to do this. So I'm happy I've made that choice. And when I first did it in 2010, it kind of wasn't by choice. I'll just go down this rabbit hole really fast. The first time in 2010 that I ended up doing it was because I was a bank teller, and I was involved in a basically like a hostage level robbery. It was pretty bad. Obviously I'm okay, I'm here. But because of that robbery, the bank that I was working at offered therapy sessions. And actually none of the other tellers or anybody else in the staff and the branch took the opportunity. But something inside me was like, yeah, let me take this opportunity. So anyways, that's the first time how I did therapy, is because the company that I was working at sent me there for free. And then after that, I ended up using therapy through just like through my insurance that I was getting through my corporate jobs. So that's kind of like the history of where I ended up starting. So, but the 3 things that I can think of that are actually like pretty simple but also unique, I would say, because I've read a lot of other articles of things I've learned in therapy. I just kind of have like these other things that I wanted to share. So number 1, my one therapist that I had, and this was back in 2012, and I remember her saying to me, she said, "You can do a lot in a minute." And that doesn't sound too profound, but what she was trying to say is, with concentration and effort, and if you really put your mind to one thing, you'll be surprised in 60 seconds how much you can get done. So it was just the idea of focus and concentration, and that mind training of just not being so scattered. So something very simple, but I think it really, really resonates, because today we're in a society where we want to multitask and we want to do 30 things at once. But if you just do one thing at a time, you'll be surprised, if you just dedicate it to that one thing, how much you can accomplish. So that was that. Number 2, I wrote them down, by the way. Number 2 was this idea. It was more of a technique of do. So I will always remember this because I think of the song, or like, I don't know if it's a song, but like a tune that we usually do, and we say do. So it's a technique where it's more of a rhythm, a pacing of your everyday life, your moments. So the idea is that we're always, generally we're on the go. We're on the go. So we're doing. And doing is important. However, there is this idea of just being. We have intrinsic value just by being as a human. So, for example, today I've done a lot. I've been doing all the things, working on my projects, cleaning and stuff. And I was like, okay, I need to take a break and just be. And so that looks different for people. Like, for me, being is just laying on the ground and stretching. Other people being maybe playing a video game, maybe reading a book. But even if it's just 5 minutes of being, so it's that rhythm of do. And they both are necessary. It's like one without the other is not in balance, because if you're just being all day, just laying on the couch all day, that turns to sloth. That turns to, just not feeling good about yourself. So anyways, the technique of doobie doo is something that has really helped me, because I was talking to her, my therapist, and I was just like burnt out from work, working a million hours. It was in the beginning of the pandemic, so I was working from home and working a lot of hours. And so she just introduced this technique to me, and it just really helps, because in your moment to moment you can apply it, your day by day, but even just by season, like maybe for 3 days you just go hard on the paint, you just go, and then you just allow yourself to be for one day, whatever that looks like for you. But anyways, so that's the second thing. And the third thing is just an overall concept that I've kind of put together, but it's the idea of the power of moment to moment choices and how you relate to it. So, we want to fix all these very big things, huge things, but really the power is in your moment to moment choices. What am I doing right now? How am I relating to it at this very moment? What is going to serve me and serve the overall greater good? So maybe right now in this moment is just me taking 3 deep breaths to signal to my body that we are okay. And from there, making that choice. And how are you relating to it? So it's just about really, being in the driver's seat and knowing that you are choosing what you're doing. Because I had said to her, oh man, I have to log into work today. And, the hard truth is, really, I could have just not logged in and just dealt with the consequences. What would the consequences be? Then you go down, you just keep on going down and down and down. So if I don't log into work, I'm going to get in trouble with my boss. I'm going to potentially lose, if you keep on going further, maybe lose your job. What happens if you lose your job? You're not going to have money. What happens if you don't have money? Well, I may not have a place to live. If I don't have a place to live, what am I going to do? Am I going to live on the street? So I'm choosing those choices we make. What choices do you want to make? So in lieu of saying, I have to log in to work today, say, I choose to log in today. I choose to do this. And know that maybe later you choose not to do that anymore, but knowing in that moment that you're making that choice, it just helps you empower yourself. So that is it. Those are the 3 things. And I don't know if you can see my puppy back there. I'm on the porch and she's inside. Okay, maybe not. Anyways, she's just in the background. And this back here is our palm tree, and palm's tree's name is Goliath. We do name our plants in our house because they are a part of our family. So anyways, that is all that I have to say. So I hope you are having a great day. I hope some of these ideas sat well with you. Maybe it helps put you, hopefully it maybe has you put your thinking cap on. Get the juices in the brain turning. Okay, I'm gonna just say goodbye because I'm just rambling. So anyways, from my heart to yours, I am sending you LOVE with an exclamation mark. Ciao.